Coming for you all, 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 coming for you all. It's B Rose and I'm coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. It's B Rose and I'm coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. Then I'm coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all. Coming for you all, coming for you all.
The residents are voicing. Okay, can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The residents are voicing their opinion about the Confederate statue at Wichita Falls City Hall. The options are to remove it, repurpose
Wichita.
it, or send it to a vote in November. So check out here are some of the videos, but I'm gonna fast forward to the particular. Well, I liked hers, so I'm gonna play hers.
Let's focus on the black men sitting on the curb and trying to face mission every day. Let's make them more self-sufficient. If Black Lives Matter, then you would help Black people in the area of their need, like paying the rent.
Yep.
So is she saying, is she talking to the people who are behind the podium saying that y'all need to do more to help Black men instead of arguing over a statue? Or is she saying use the money? Or is, like, what is she? Because I'm trying to understand what her whole.
Yeah, I was thinking she said something about if Black Lives Matter, is she saying that movement should be a part of that? Because that's why I think people are getting all of this stuff twisted.
Yeah.
I'm confused at what she's trying to convey, because when somebody's, it's almost like you start a nonprofit. You start a non-for-profit, you utilize your funding in your building for that non-for-profit. Once you start Black Lives Matter is for what Black Lives Matter is for. Like, you can't just say I'm Black and give me some money from Black Lives Matter. If that's what she's trying to say, I couldn't keep up with what she was saying.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was confused about what she was saying.
What I perceived it as was there are homeless people obviously out on the streets, and she's saying that there aren't resources that are being used to build those people up, because we obviously can see that they're out in the clear and they're out there struggling. So we need to be a brother and be a sister and help those people out.
Through Black Lives Matter?
I get what she's
not through Black Lives Matter. She's just saying if Black Lives matter, if they matter, then let's start within our community. Is what I gathered from that. Let's start in our community.
Is she talking to Black people, or is she talking to the white people who are? I think the reason why I'm confused is because this meeting was about them moving the statue, and she was talking about the homeless people. So I guess that's why I was confused. Like, I understand her sentiment because I totally agree, but I think maybe it was not the correct opportunity for her to bring that up, because what that does is it kind of distracts from what the conversation is. Granted, I hate having these conversations about these statues, because I guarantee if it was a Nazi statue or a statue of Hitler, it'd be gone within 2 seconds.
Right.
Only when it's offending Black people is there a conversation of, well, we don't need to, why we got to get rid of all of this, or let's have a vote on it. If there was someone that created a statue of Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun in the middle of a park, within one day, that statue would be history. and there would be no other discussion about it. But I think I was confused as to, was she talking to Black people saying that we need to focus on these people also, or was she talking to the people on their council saying this is what we need to focus on? I guess that's why I was confused.
David, did you have more thoughts? Because I'm gonna switch to the next slide. I have another speaker.
Well, that yeah, I agree with Damon. Like I understand where she's going with it, but if I'm to understand, when she say if Black lives really do matter, I mean that can go in all different directions. It's almost like are you channeling to Black Lives Matter to come in and help with the situation, or are you saying Black Lives Matter and a part of our lives mattering? Is that a word, mattering? Anyway, a part of our lives being of essence, that is a hindrance to us. It's offensive to us. So, she was a little compassionate, and sometimes when we're speaking, our passion just get away from us. So, I was thinking that would be something that I know the president addressed that today. And I listened to his speech.
Who, Barack Obama?
I didn't say our president. I said the president.
Barack Obama?
I didn't say the president. So he addressed something, and he was saying that he's willing to send force to protect these statues. Girl, I don't know what to say about that.
I don't acknowledge the walking Cheeto.
Yeah, you don't have to acknowledge him, but
I don't
put
any energy into his ignorance. My energy is going into getting his ass out of the white plantation home in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
I don't see her. I don't know her. If I'd have seen her on the street, I wouldn't know a thing.
I am going to review the second one because so we're gonna use this. We're gonna go ahead and watch this one because I think this is the one that I was focused on for everybody to see. And y'all can't see my screen yet, can you?
Not yet.
Uno momento.
Por favor.
Por favor. All right.
Oh, hell. I'm nervous of how this gonna go.
Jesus be offense.
Hello?
But if you looked at the amount of people that talked today, so far the ratio has been more whites than minorities talking about these issues. We need more people of color to be a voice here instead. I've talked to my friends of color, and all they ask for us to do is to listen. So I encourage all the white voices today that we should take a rest. We can be an ally. We don't have to be the voice. That's what they do. So I'd like to thank y'all for letting me speak. Y'all have a good day. Thank you.
So whoever recorded these, whoever recorded these, either
Was it a person of color? Let's start there too.
right, but also did they come in a little too late when they were recording? Because it seems like we get the end part of something, and I'm like, or did he really just that's what he got up there and said? Like because the first lady too, I was like, I feel like I came in at the end of this speech.
I can see that. Yes, I can see that.
You see, I was like, wait, what was he like? This sounded like the benediction. Like, in closing, I'd like to say,
right?
So I was like, wait, what?
So I feel like that could have been someone taken out of context and where they came in. But if we're going to go based off of just what we had seen, if I were in attendance, I would, would have stood up and explained to him, the ratio, though, is showing it's more white people in attendance. Let's take into account that all those white people aren't there in support of the actual movement itself. Because, like, for example, here in Atlanta, when that Wendy's got set on fire, that was a white person saying in the name of Black Lives Matter, but we weren't trying to burn down the Wendy's. Karen took it upon herself to just be somebody and be an arson that day. And we get blamed for that stuff until they actually see the cameras. So yes, although some of them may be more than us, that's all of y'all aren't there for us.
Exactly. A lot of y'all in trouble.
Exactly. They think it's the purge. So they about to go in here, loot, rob, and kill some folks, and basically in the name of us. Secondly, I don't know what friends of color told him all we need them to do was listen. No. I need you to listen, but I need you, for a lot of y'all, to stop doing what you've been doing, because we said this and then y'all turn around and lynch 5 people in 1 week. So listening apparently isn't the only part that we need from you.
I need you to listen. I need you to process it.
Tell them.
I need you to act upon it. But what I don't need for you to do, and I have to tell people this on social media a lot, I don't need you to speak for us. Don't speak for me.
I don't think they heard you in the back, though. I really don't.
Like, because I see a lot of people that'll say, well, I'm an ally for Black Lives Matter, and this is what they need. And most of the time, you're wrong. Don't speak for us. Just say you're an ally. And what we should all do is open our ears, listen, and then ask how we can help. I'd rather for you to say, how can I help? Instead of saying, oh, this is what y'all want, so this is what I'm going to do. No, I don't need you to do that. Because see, when you do something or burn down a building or when you loot and steal, it comes back on us. Like, wasn't that the man, Rashad Brooks, wasn't it his girlfriend, the one that burned down the Wendy's? But
I can't recall.
I thought it was, and I may be wrong, but even then, they turned around and said, oh, it was a Black Lives Matter activist.
They sure did.
Now, on camera, we saw Mindy in that Target with them 2 lamps that she had been waiting to get. Mama had saw them lamps in that Target for the last 3 to 4 business weeks. And when she heard about the looting, Mama tipped on up in there.
Sure did.
And she tipped the fuck on out.
Sure did. They sitting in her online cart right now.
Hello.
And she was like, ooh, I got these checked. And she's like, I meant to get them curtains. I'm going to go back on the next one.
and set them jokers so nicely in her home, in her Caucasian home.
Sure
but
did.
Yet and still, on the news, it was Black people are looting and stealing and burning down these places. No matter how many times on social media the videos were showing, no, it's white people or white presenting people who are starting this stuff, but yet we get blamed for it.
So, because white people don't need to fear other white people. They just need to fear us.
Boom. But why are you why are you fearful of us? Is it because maybe could it be that you've done something and you're scared of retaliation? Well, what have you done that will cause retaliation?
Well, like I tell people, I said, I don't cast everybody with the same brush as far as white people. But one thing I will say, if they look at certain things throughout history, when they came to this country, which is what I know, Christopher Columbus Day, that's a whole nother topic in itself. But when they quote unquote discovered this country that already had residents and then took it over, that there was issue. Why did you fear them? You could have coexisted and cohabitated with Native Americans. When you took, you know what I mean? And it's just like, just pillage, took the whole land. When you took the whole southern part of the United States, it's still Mexico, but yet we're trying to get them to build a wall, saying they don't belong. But in Los Angeles, we got Santa Fe, we got everything else that has a Mexican name, including the taco truck, but they don't belong. We have everything that we've built here because they brought us here. We didn't even come here, on our own. They brought us over here. What is it that you fear that we have, that we do? Anyone and everything that isn't white, what is it about it that you feel that you need to cast it in such a negative light? Take from it, steal from it, try and make it your own. but cast it in a negative light.
It's crazy.
You want to ban? Well, I'm happy to see some states are overturning the ban on like natural hair, but you want to talk about our natural hair? We can't wear that dread braids, just having a natural twist outs or whatever. But you'll praise a celebrity, a white celebrity, for having cornrows or anything of that nature. Something that's from our heritage and our background, but they are praised.
They claim Bo Derek came up with the cornrows because the bitch was on the beach. They claim. And it was so what kills me and what's weird to me is that as a person, like I'm pretty sure all of us may have been, or all of us with longer hair and with natural hair have been in a situation where we've been at work or somewhere in public and a white person has come and tried to touch your hair and they're so enamored with it. If you're so enamored with it, why are you trying to ban us from having our hair? It's been so many times where I've been in public and I will hear a white woman say, "Oh my God, your hair is so neat." Bitch, I know what you mean with neat, but all right, I'm gonna let you slide with that one.
Right.
And the next thing you see is those gnarly little fingers, those withered fingers trying to come towards your head, and then they get upset when you go,
right.
What are you doing? No, ma'am.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, and some people can be mad. I tell my little girl, because she goes to a white suburban school. I tell her straight up, I said, don't drink behind anybody. Let no one drink behind you. Don't borrow anybody's hair ties. Don't borrow anything from anybody. I said, I'm not saying that Black people can't get lice. I just never met one in my 33 years. So, well, we're not going to share any of that stuff.
Well, here's one. Here you met one. A Black person that has gotten lice.
You gotten lice before?
Yes.
Right.
Here we are, right here live. Yes. I've gotten lice before. Yes.
Oh no!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
Right.
Bitch, I'd put you out my house. You hear me?
You said what?
I'd have put you out the house. And I'd have sprayed you with the hose in the front yard. Do you understand me? You been bringing that shit in the house. Got me itching all damn night. Okay? Got me sitting up here thinking shit crawling on me because you done been the one Black person that brought the damn lice into the home.
You shut up.
Then fucked up the culture.
Okay. Now we can't say we don't get this shit no more because your little bald-headed ass that came home with your damn lice. Shit.